Steve Magnante here at High Octane Classics in Auburn, Massachusetts with a very special Plymouth. This is a 1971 Roadrunner in Tour Red. And it's really cool because mostly this has original paint, which is something you just don't see in a car of this vintage. Now keep in mind, 71 was the fourth year for Roadrunner production, but it was the first year for the all-new Coke bottle design. Only 13,046 Roadrunners were built in 1971, a 43% drop from 1970 due to environmental, insurance, and all kinds of problems. But 71, in many people's opinions, is the pinnacle year. More engine options were available in Roadrunner in 71 than any other year. 340, 383, 440, 446 pack, and yes, the big old Hemi. This one's a 383 car, as we can see on the hood with the graphics in place. Has the hood pins, and let's have a look at that 383 under the hood. And there it is. Now I mentioned the car does have original paint, and indeed, this is largely unrestored under the hood. And you know, they're only original once. And for my 10 cents, I say never restore this car. This car was built in the Los Angeles plant. And we can even see here a little 5 on the firewall, a chalk mark put there back in 1971 by some employee out there in California. This one has the 383, again with a Holley 4-barrel carburetor. It is bone stock, 300 horsepower in 1971, which is plenty of power to get this one down the road. And of course, it has the beep beep horn, which we see from 1968 all the way through 1980. And unknown to a lot of folks, the beep beep horn is a very unique bracket, this thing right here, which allows the horn to kind of float and make that classic sound that we'll get to in a couple of seconds, but that's the correct horn. Beyond that, it's got the heavy-duty radiator. This is a power steering car. Also has power disc brakes up front. So it's pretty well equipped. Doesn't have air conditioning, but that's okay by me. I love the fender tag, which is in place right here. EV2, there it is, Tour Red, also known as Hemi Orange, depending on if you're a Dodge or a Plymouth person. Let's move around to the side here. The wheels on this one are the standard pie plate wheels with the Steelies. These are 15 by 7s, front and rear. And again, just a beautiful rust-free, dent-free body. We go to the VIN on this one, and again, we'll see RM23, the Roadrunner prefix, no doubt about it. N is the code for the 383 engine, 1971, E, Los Angeles assembly plant. And kind of a cool thing, that's the sequence number right there, that 114492. We also see it right here, if you maybe take a peek, indicating this indeed is a numbers matching car. There's also a number under the trunk weather strip, and it all matches, as does the engine block and torque flight transmission. So this is a very unmolested, nice car. You don't find them like this. Inside, it has the standard Roadrunner bench seat, which was the standard deal. That's fine with me. Buckets are heavier. And in a Roadrunner, you know, less is more. This is a column shifted automatic. The nice thing there is if you have 3 across in the front, it's going to be easier to drive that way. Of course, it has the standard steering wheel with the beep beep Roadrunner character, 150 mile-an-hour speedometer, and really well preserved interior. The quarter panels on this one, again, have not been updated or replaced or repaired. They are absolutely original. The magnet sticks everywhere. This car is very, very clean. Nice example. And again, the 8 3/4 rear axle in place, Sure Grip equipped. And 1971, of course, the only year where the markers were these nicely inset tri-square designs. 1972, they went to a more generic glue-on type. But again, you just gotta love that strobe stripe over the roof, seen for the first time in 1971, and there it is there, which really elevated the Roadrunner from a muscle car into a supercar. And you know, 1971, again, throughout Detroit was kind of the pinnacle year where everybody was at the top of their game. 72 on, well, things kind of took a tumble. So this is kind of the best Roadrunner of them all if you're really into these things. Let's take a look inside of the trunk and see what we have. Now, keep in mind, you know, most cars of this vintage will have suffered some rust. Not here. The trunk is largely the original paint, and look at this underneath the trunk mat. We see here, nice original sheet metal. That's the original paint, and I say it would be a shame to get in here and try and detail this. This is really in fantastic shape as it is. And money in the bank, here is the build sheet right here from this car, right from Los Angeles. And on this, you'll see everything from the codes for the wheels, the power steering, everything right here. And again, this is not a reproduction. This is the build sheet for this car. and as found underneath the front seat. So a really great example of the 1971 Roadrunner, and if you like this car, check it out on the High Octane Classics website. And keep in mind that High Octane Classics does offer finance options with as little as 10% down, and they'll even deliver the car to your front door. And yes, they accept trades, even late model drivers. So to learn more about this car, again, go to the High Octane Classics website and check it out.